Hello folks, this is Andy White down here at Bobby Ledbetter's Twin City in Fort Payne, Alabama. I want to invite everybody to come out to our new location. We're at 1411 Glen Boulevard, right where you turn to go on Airport Road. We've got plenty of inventory for you to choose from. I got cars, trucks, vans, sport utility vehicles of any make and model. Come down here and visit us. Let us see what we can do for you. If you got some slow credit, I've got some banks that'll take care of that. We've got great financing, got a great selection of cars. Y'all come down here and see us.
Don't take the first deal that comes along when you can do better at BobbyLedbetter.com and Twin City Used Car Sales, located at 1411 Glen Boulevard in South Fort Payne.
Welcome to the Robbie Coker Show. I'm David Holt, and we have the coach, Robbie Coker himself.
I've been thinking about this. Why can't it be the David Holt Show? I mean, you run the thing. I'm just here talking.
Well, you're the expert. I just encourage you to talk.
You guys use that term very loosely.
Well, I was telling somebody the other day that it's really kind of funny. I know absolutely nothing about football, and I'm the football announcer. I know nothing about basketball, and I'm the host of the Robbie and the Heather Show.
I think sometimes, you get what you pay for. And
well, thank you there. I appreciate that.
Until we can get, until we get our sponsors up, Bobby Ledbetter at Twin City's doing a great job for us. But until we get a major sponsor, Nike, Under Armour, something like that, until we can afford to pay a real host, it's going to be the David Holt Show till this day going forward.
Okay, well, I'll let you say that, but I don't think Mountain Valley would do that. Maybe the clock operator for forever. Maybe that could be that
ECO.
Show. ECO, yeah.
The ECO. The best part about it is I think I got you flustered the first time. You get me a little bit. I got you with that one. So.
This is true. I didn't expect that one coming from you.
That's right.
Got to have a little fun on this cold morning. Everybody's trying to stay warm. We got thankful for heat and running water.
Let's just give a shout out to SMAC. Sand Mountain Electric Cooperative. Proud to be a member of SMAC today.
I'm glad I pay my bills on time.
Right. You don't really, we're very fortunate. I guess the winter weather wasn't as bad. I'm sure our folks did a good job on the front end of getting us ready, and thankful, good day to be on Sand Mountain, no question.
Hey, we could be 3 inches down in the Auburn-Montgomery area. I'm glad it went south. I like seeing some and playing in it, but, I like running water and the power to stay on.
Ain't no doubt, no doubt. My kids are a little disappointed, but they'll get over it.
Hey, it is what it is. We're going to talk basketball. We just finished up, since we recorded last, the final game of the area. We played North Sand Mountain up at Higdon, Alabama. I know this is probably nobody cares about this, but my very first year of teaching, I taught at Bryant, Alabama, which is above Higdon. So the people I were going to the game with the other night, I said, "You'll never believe I drove up here and back every day for a whole year."
You think, and now with your cell phone you realize it, but that's they call it fast time. Most of those people live on fast time.
That's exactly right. And I was like, fast time? What is that? It took me almost a whole year to get used to fast time, slow time.
I love when I text Kirby, says is that slow time or fast time?
Yeah.
Coach, we're in Alabama. It's Central Time. I'm confused. What are you talking about? But those guys, literally, because it's so close, and
most people work in Tennessee, Eastern Time
or Georgia. So it's funny to talk about. But it was a good game for us. Thought our guys did a good job of coming out with the right approach. I know you guys get tired of the coach jargon, but that's just a reality, man.
That's what we're here for. The coach jargon.
I worry about our guys' approach when it comes to games like that, and North Sand Mountain has gotten better. They were playing well. I really wanted us to get out to a great start, and we did that. Anytime we can make baskets, set up our pressure, it's good for our team. And I thought our approach was really good. Came out, got the lead, was able to set up in our pressure defense, and throughout the course of the game kind of wear on them and take care of business.
That's one thing I love about watching our team play is defense, because they hustle. They're after it. You've got Cody over there hollering different plays, telling him what to do. I keep saying he's going to be a preacher one day.
I hope not. I hope he stays being a basketball coach. I mean, we got enough Baptist preachers running. No offense to Mr. Cofield, but we got enough of those guys. We need some basketball coaches. So,
well, they can.
Billy Graham says a coach affects more person in a year than a preacher does in a lifetime.
That's
so,
true.
I'm gonna thanks Billy Graham for saying that, and we're gonna keep Cody coaching basketball. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
But he needs to stay coaching basketball. So don't put any crazy things in his head.
Okay. I won't mention it.
They say he's a pretty good math teacher too. So
he is. He was a great student. Just willing to do back anything you needed him to. The very first national group talent thing competition I won as the Beta Club sponsor, Cody was a keyboardist. Did you know he could play keyboard?
I don't know anything he can't do. I mean,
he can do anything he wants to do.
I tell this story, and I'm gonna tell it again. When he got on, I wasn't fond of the hire. There was another guy I wanted to hire. Now it's public knowledge, Cody. I always kid him. Miss Barstow obviously made a phenomenal hire. Thankful. She didn't listen to me on that one. But anyways, frustrated me. So I didn't know how to use him, who he was. As we grew together and got to know each other, obviously I figured out he's a really good coach. So I gave him some charts that Billy Diamond had kept on his bench. I said, these are the charts that, figure out which one's best for us. Well, I look up and he's keeping all three. I said, Cody, that was three guys keeping that. So that tells you how intelligent he is,
Yeah.
But he's been a phenomenal, wee kid. He's really grew in his role. He's gotten comfortable. He probably is more vocal on the bench than anybody.
Yep.
And I'm thankful for that. Of course, we argue sometimes. It's hard to believe.
But you know what? You want somebody that doesn't agree with you all the time.
Exactly. I know what I think.
Yeah.
I need somebody else's opinion.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take it, sometimes I don't. You can't get your feelings hurt. But he's very vocal, and he's done a good job in his role. And I'm excited for all. We talk about my staff all the time. It's off the chart, man. I enjoy going to work. I enjoy the people I work with, and he's certainly part of that. So yeah, you're right. He does. You hear him hollering plays and hollering gas tendencies.
Well, usually I'm on the same side, but when I go to an away game and I'm on the other side, I mean, you can really hear him. So, Stanley, you need to pick up your game.
Oh wow, Stanley. He's not as vocal. That's for sure. Coach says more than one game, and Stanley said in 3 years probably. So we call Stanley's quiet strength. He's a soothing guy. Doesn't say a lot when he says it. It carries weight with me and with the staff and with the players.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that when he speaks, everybody listens.
That's true.
True. Just we balance each other out. Really, our staff dynamics are special, and we enjoy each other. We all have our different niches and our different ways, but it's been a very, very advantageous for Plainview basketball. The way we've kind of gelled, and it's made it fun and exciting.
Well, sometimes God knows more what we need than we think, so maybe Cody was the right fit.
No question. I went back. It's Rita. She definitely did a great job in that hire, and we're excited. I like the young guys. I tell them all the time, as long as they don't do anything stupid, go get a head coaching job. I'm excited.
Stay where you are.
They make me nervous. Them young guys winning all these county championships and being successful as they are makes you nervous, but at the same time, that's what you want.
Well,
you want guys that want to work. You want guys that other people. If nobody wants people on your staff, you got a bad staff. It's kind of like I used to tell my buddies. I had a buddy who was really jealous kind of guy, and he'd get mad when somebody talked to his girlfriend. I said, "Look, dude, if nobody talks to your girlfriend, I mean she's ugly. I mean, be thankful." So it's the same way. If nobody thinks your staff's good, if nobody's bragging on your staff, and nobody wants to hire your staff, if nobody realizes what they're accomplishing, you probably have a bad staff. So.
Well, they're Plainview guys. All for Stanley, but
Sure.
Cody and Brett are, and they want to see the program do well. Came back to their home school and doing great things.
Two guys that got sweat equity in our program, played in our program, bleed blue, guys that are, know the history, know the people. I mean, we've been on a 10-minute tangent about my staff, but just Very thankful.
And the good thing about it is we get to host the area tournament, and that's coming up February the 6th and February the 9th. And, it'll be here before you know it.
I mean, you look up, it's less than, 3 weeks away. It's crazy.
2.5, 3 weeks away,
the season is dwindling down. Very important to host an area tournament. Those dates are not 100%.
Okay.
But at the same time, our area, our coaches, we've used those dates the last 3 years. So I assume we're going to continue to use those dates. The girls will be Monday, Thursday. The boys will be Tuesday, Friday of that week in February. Great opportunity. You want to give yourself the best draw. You want to give yourself the most advantage, the biggest advantage you can give yourself, and that's hosting the tournament. So our guys did what they were supposed to do. We're hosting an area tournament.
It's always a big deal. I think this is good to talk about. The only 2 losses we've had have been in a tournament. Well, sort of a play around. We played in a tournament where we played South Atlanta. Then we went down and played a game in a showcase, I guess, what'd you call it?
Yeah, they call it the Viking Classic. Coach Ward at Huffman's been doing it a couple years. I've known Steve for some time. Does a great job. Ironically, he was the guy that was not the play-by-play, but the color analyst for our game, our state tournament games.
Really?
So he watched us play close.
Okay.
Came up to me really this summer. Hey, Coach, we get this deal. We'd love to have you down. We were struggling to get games. Just a great fit. Really gave me some input on who I wanted to play. You're like, golly, Coach, you chose Winona. I did. I chose Winona. I knew exactly what they got. I didn't know Coach Howard going into it. But as you watched his team play, you watched the schedule they played, the way they play, Coach Howard does a great job at Winona. Got a phenomenal basketball team. I think he's 16-5. He's beaten Hoover. He's beaten Mountain Brook, who people think are the 2 best teams in the state, any classification. Got beat by, I hate to say that, Huffman's also one of those 3 teams. Got beat by Huffman at the buzzer. Got beat by Hoover. Got beat by Ramsey twice, who's top 3 in 6A. I can never name his 5th. Oh, Vestavia, who's went to the Final Four last year in 7A. So play a phenomenal schedule, play the game the right way. Got a great basketball team. I think he's got 3 guys that have a chance to be Division I players. They're all juniors. Just a great basketball team, and we chose them. That's who I wanted to play. I wanted to play great athletes, great competitors, guys that were going to challenge us as a team, and certainly they did that. So a great event for us.
It was a very close game. Like the first quarter, I think there's a 1-point difference. At the half, a 1-point difference. Third quarter was pretty close, maybe 3.
Now down 3 going in the 4th.
And so ended up losing by 7. But I'm telling you, our guys just did not. Their threes didn't go in.
It's one of those, and give them credit. When we brag about our 3-point defense, we act like we held people down. So when we get held down, we always we just hit make our shots. Well, you got to give the defense credit. They did a great job of taking away the 3-point ball from us. You could tell. I could tell in warm-ups when I talked to him. What they were going to. He knew who we were. He knew how we scored, who our guys were. He really did a good job of running us off the 3-point line. Using their length and athleticism. Bump cutters. It was a very physical game. Game was called the way some state tournament games are being called. BBOA typically lets you play, and I think anybody at the game will say that it certainly let both teams play.
They did.
It was a slugfest. A lot of bodies on the floor. Just a brawl of a game. You see, it was 3 going in the 4th, and if you remember, I got a technical, so I gave them 2 of those 3 points. I felt bad. I told our guys, hey, you guys got to bail me out. I gave them 2 points. I get mad when you guys give them 2. I gave them 2 tonight.
So it could have been a 5-point game.
It should have been a 1-point game.
Well,
it's going in the 4th with our ball. So just a battle of a game. We missed 2 open threes to start the 4th there to tie the game. A couple guys that we won't shoot no shots. Jeannie in the corner, Bailey on the wing. Shots that I want them to take every game. Just like you said, didn't fall. Not a bad shot. We kind of get dribble penetration and found the shooter. Just missed. Just a brawl of a game, man. They had a kid, 0-0, go 3 for, he makes 4 threes, the difference in the game, Not a guy that, we knew he was a good player, not saying we didn't know he was a good player, but not one of their main cogs. Obviously you look at him, you see their point guard, really good basketball player. Good. You see the wing, the lefty, the 6'5" long, jump there and dunk it any way he wants to. And then their post player, the 6'7" kid on the inside. So, we wanted those 3, to limit those 3 guys and make other guys score to beat us, and they did, and that's what good teams do. And that guy make 4 threes, and you shake his hand, say good game, and you move on to the next one.
He reminded me a lot of Caden. To me, Caden's got this wingspan that's just phenomenal. He knows where the ball's going, and that's what this guy was doing to us. I mean, it was sort of tables were a little bit turned. A great event. You guys can go down sometime to see that. It's a great, easy to get to.
Easy to get to, right off 59.
Wonderful facility to go to.
Gorgeous school. Jefferson County did it right, built that. I mean, that's a gorgeous school. The football field you drive by, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous facilities. Great environment. Wasn't a great crowd. Probably daytime, probably hurt that a little bit. But you had Helena, who's top 5 in 6A. You had Cordova, who we all know, really good basketball team with great players. Had Huffman after us, at number 1 in 7A. So just a great, great event, great teams, great basketball. Took care of us, fed us. Quality event. I've already talked to Steve. Huffman's coming to the First State Bank Shootout next year.
Awesome.
They're moving down to 6A. They'll be the favorite to win the 6A state championship. I mean, no offense to anybody in that classification, but they're moving down. They'll be the favorite to win the 6A state championship. We're going back next year to the Viking Classic, same date. So looking forward to that.
Well, if
you can't play games like that and then be disappointed when you lose. You continue to play great teams. They're going to take away some of your stuff. You're going to take away theirs. It's going to be a slugfest, and they got the best of us that day,
If you like basketball, these are the events you want to go to. The First State Bank Shootout, the Viking Classic down in, it's like maybe an hour and 45-minute drive. You get a few fast food joints to go through, go watch
Chick-fil-A,
a good game.
We talk about a mile and a half. I mean, we stopped all the way home. What else you want? Our bus driver, Miss Boyd, said, look, I'm going to drop you off. I'm going shopping. So she probably went to the Pinnacle. She probably, God knows where all she went. So it's a great day. It was a good day. Kim pulled a short end. I thought our guys competed. I thought it gave us a glimpse of some things we need to work on in those kind of games. But I also thought our guys competed, was resilient. Ball wasn't falling. We continued to compete. Had a couple shots there to cut it to a one-possession game. Just didn't fall. But I was really proud of our effort.
Well, I think that, coming back from the flu outbreak that several of them have had, I just think they're getting their legs back under them. I mean, is that just me, or is that just giving them a...
That's you and my wife. It's only 2 people believe it.
Sorry about that. I was sitting by her,
she may get in your ear.
She's in my ear.
Yeah.
Bless their heart.
No, it's nothing about that. That's when Nona was a better team that day, they took it to us. They made us uncomfortable in a couple situations and overpowered us with their athleticism.
So, guys, it's over. It's time to get ready and hydrate and play.
The good thing is in basketball is that was Saturday. We had a game Monday. So, you don't have time to pout. You move on, get to the next one.
So we started the DeKalb County tournament, and we played one game. Of course, the snow event has postponed it for 2 days. But while we're filming this, we're in the mid-time, and we played Valley Head on Monday night, the first round. Just did a great job. The boys came to play, and they were excited, bouncing back from playing down at playing Winona. So I'm sure that's a great event hosted over here at the Coliseum. We want you guys to come out and be a part of that. So some of our guys came in and scored some points. Levi, don't talk about him very much, but
you know what's crazy? Levi Luskin, he does a great job for us. He's a good basketball player. He's one of those guys that has a bad, I kid him all the time. I said, boy, if Levi Lusk was a junior, what could,
Yeah.
He's a guy that's gotten better in our program, really worked, does a good job for us. One of those guys that we just got so many guards, fights for playing time, right in the mix. Had a great year for us last year on the B team. Can really shoot the basketball. Mm-hmm. And I think he showed that. I think he had 17. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he goes 3 or 5 from 3. He has 17 other than against Valley Head. Just a good basketball player, To have a good program, you've got to have guys like Levi Lusk in your program.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the glory that probably deserves or probably could at other places, but brings his A game every day to practice, does a good job for us. You can't say enough about him. His effect on the program is bigger than most people know, and we appreciate him for his effort.
And
Did
one
a
of the
good
things
job.
I think about is Levi's part of that group. When you're in practice, they're competing against one another. I mean,
Iron sharpens iron, no doubt.
he just gets better every time you see him walk on the court and play. So I'm really proud of Levi, proud of the guys. We got to move on to the semis, which I think are going to be on Saturday night.
The game's on Tuesday. They're going to be played on Thursday. So it backs everything up a day. Thursday's games will be Friday. Friday's games will be Saturday. Now the finals will be on Monday.
So the brackets are basically the same. We just adjusted the days. Is
Just
that
the
right?
days, exactly. They're all over Facebook. They're all over social media. I'm sure you guys will see that. Now our girls play on, instead of playing on Thursday, they play on Friday. Our B team and our varsity boys play on Saturday. So, and we still don't know who will play on the varsity boys game, or the varsity girls for that matter.
Yep.
The B team's going to play Geraldine. So, still waiting to see tomorrow on Thursday who we play on Saturday. So, really hard to preview the game. But the county tournament, I talked to Coach Tim Moore today. He was worried about, I said, look, Coach, let me tell you something. The best crowd the county tournament's ever had, according to most, was that when the snow got involved a couple years ago and we played Geraldine in that game on that Thursday night. Mm-hmm. And I think cabin fever plays into effect. And nobody has anything to do on Thursday night. So I think Monday night will be similar. I think we'll have a phenomenal crowd for the finals on Monday night. Should be a great environment for those final games. So really shouldn't affect the crowd much, Instead of being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's going to be, instead of being Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're going to lose the Tuesday, but you're going to gain that Monday back. So it shouldn't affect the crowd. Should be a good environment for the county tournament.
Well, as we hopefully are in the finals, hopefully we have all three of our teams in the finals on Monday night. That'd be a great thing for Plainview basketball. But as a coach coming toward the end of the season, we got a couple more games. We're heading over to see Westminster next Tuesday. Is that right?
No, it's the next week. The next week we'll play the county finals. If we do what we're supposed to do on Monday, then we'll have Gunnersville here on Thursday.
I'm looking at the schedule on. That's right.
You're a week ahead, Dave. Thursday night, Gunnersville coming here.
Yeah.
I guess a week from tomorrow. That's crazy to think about that. Yeah, we got 3 games till then. But yeah. Great basketball team, favored to be the Marshall County champions. Phenomenal wins. If you look at their schedule, last year we played them twice. I was only able to get them on the schedule once this year. Coach Carr really wanted to challenge his team. Added May Jemison in that other game. We lost him because he wanted to go play May Jemison. I understood it. He went to the Big Orange Classic, played a lot of those big teams. He's preparing his teams for some athletic. Talladega last year beat him in the regional finals, and he felt like he had to get ready for those regional finals. We had his old team except one kid coming back. So we look forward to a great game on Thursday night. They've had a good year again. Extremely skilled basketball team. They're guard dominant. The biggest guy they play is their 6'3" wing, C.J. Williamson, who signed with Mercer early.
Wow.
So he's a Division I basketball player. It's going to be a phenomenal game. They're going to play their 7 or 8 guys. They're going to play our 7 or 8 guys. It's going to be all guards. It should be a fast game. It should be a fun basketball game for people who love to watch the floor be spread and guys really playing basketball
and hustling,
at a high level.
Hustling. That's what you want to see.
It'll be a game where both teams land on the line.
And that one, and then we have the other regular season home game is Asbury coming up the 1st of February 2nd, I believe, to be exact.
Sure.
So, what we're trying to say is, as Coach Coker said several times, there's not many home games left other than maybe the county tournament or the area tournament, but regular season.
We've had those 2 area tournament games. It's big for our boys. Center night will be February 2nd versus Asbury. You're skipping over that. Our girls, we play Gunnersville on Thursday. Our girls play Friday versus Fife.
Yeah.
Then we travel. We're going to the Hotbed Classic, one of the premier events in the South on that Saturday. Crazy event. Look on social media for the schedule. Usually there's 10 to 12 Division I players in that thing every year. They've been doing this thing for like 22, 23 years. I mean, I pulled every card, begged our way into it. I really wanted to get our guys out and play quality teams and be in events like this. New Albany's the host, so they picked us to play. I don't know. They've got a legend as their coach now, New Albany, a guy that won multiple state championships in Alabama, Robert Burdett, won state championships at South Lamar with Darrell Wilson, played them crazy high-scoring games.
Yep.
And then he won a state championship at Calera as well with those Joey Cameron and George Drake, I think. So he's had phenomenal success as a basketball coach. I think New Albany, I think he's been there now 2 years. I haven't watched a single clip on them yet. Obviously, that's an eternity away.
And down the road,
but that's, you look up, it's 10 days away.
Yeah.
It's next Saturday. So just another great event for our guys to be exposed to. Hard travel, 3.5-hour drive, stay in a hotel, the whole deal, see how you handle it.
Yeah.
Be a great challenge for our guys and our program.
Well, I guess that's the next question is that what you're looking for, given these opportunities to travel, continue to play hard teams? You just focus on doing your job? How far do you look in advance?
When you put the schedule together, I want this year going into it, had a bunch of guys back, a bunch of, veterans to say, and I wanted to put them in crazy situations. I wanted to get, I wanted to expose them to as much as I exposed them to. I wanted to reward them for their effort and their work. They deserve to go on these trips and play in these events. And I wanted to expose them to adverse situations. People thought I was crazy. That Sacred Heart doesn't play many home games in that gym against big competition. They used to play on the fort. I didn't care it was in that small gym. I wanted to go down there and play in a gym that they hadn't lost in 5 years.
Yeah.
And then followed up and go to Oxford on Tuesday night. I wanted to play Talladega. People say, golly, because they're super athletic. Let's get on that Big Fort Jack State. That's the kind of games we want to play in.
Yeah.
When Steve talked to me about the back in class, I said, look, Steve, I don't want to play an over the mountain team. I want to play a city school. I'll play you. I know what I'm getting when I play Huffman. We may not can play in that game, but Steve, I want to play somebody that's going to get up in us and challenge us. So he responded with, no, thanks. Be careful what you ask for. I begged, the guy that runs the hotbed class, been doing it for years. I had some contacts in Mississippi. I pulled everything I could. First off, it's a phenomenal event, highly regarded event. Lots of people been in that gym. I wanted to play. I want us to go stay in the hotel, play a game against a team that is going to challenge us.
Right.
I just wanted to reward our guys for their work, and then it put them in, great events, and also challenge them, put them in adverse situations, guys that we don't play against, things that we don't see, and see how it shakes out. So that hopefully when we get to postseason, we've seen it all.
Yeah.
You can't control your road. Once that, the state controls your road once February gets here.
Yeah.
But until that point, you get control of your circumstance. Let's throw them out there. Let's throw them in the deep end, see if they can swim. And for the most part, this group's done a great job of swimming. They've really responded well. I think they've enjoyed the year. I know I have as a coach, and I think that it's going to make us better when the postseason starts.
Yeah. I love to see the smiles on their faces. We got a couple of people that take pictures and post them all over social media, and just to see they have fun. They really seem to have fun. They worked well with each other, and
That's what I was telling that referee. Against one of them. You should have more fun. I think that's what I was telling her. Have more fun. That's exactly what I was saying. Oh yeah, no question. It's a game. At the end of the day, it's a game, and we put a lot of work in it. We talk about toughness and grit and effort. But at the end of the day, there's a reason you play the game, and it's to have fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you have fun losing, but at the same time, all of us started playing this game because it was enjoyable and it was fun.
Yeah.
And I think our group does have fun playing the game, and it's been a great year so far. But the reality is this: if what you did in December is still big, you ain't done anything in January. And if what you do in January is big, you didn't do anything in February. So we got to get caught up in the moment. It's still a lot of fun. It's been a great journey, but we're still getting better, I hope. I hope we're still working. A lot to play for this week. And then after this week, there'll be a lot to play for the next week.
Yeah.
So let's get caught up in the moment. Let's do what we're supposed to do. I guess it's Wednesday. Let's have a big Saturday. Let's have a big Monday.
Exactly.
And let's go from there.
Exactly. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Robbie Coker Show, or David Holt Show, however you want to look at it.
The David Holt Show, sponsored by Twin City Motor.
And come out and watch some great Plainview basketball. Until then, we'll see you next time.
At First Southern State Bank in Rainsville, we excel within the walls of our bank and outside these walls too. We're actively working with area schools to improve classrooms. and supporting area student athletes on fields and courts. We work and worship at most churches in the Rainsville community. We also work to enhance the lives of area seniors, thanking them for a lifetime of contributions. We're the bankers and corporate citizens at First Southern State Bank. True community banking.